These are the charts of the day. Pretty interesting day on Wall Street. The markets closed very well. It was a difficult session and choppy, but I think at the end of the day, the week started off pretty well. Let's take a look at some charts that are of interest. AMAM, after the explosive move that saw it go from $1.28 on February 13th. 3 weeks later, 13. Now, since then, considering the big move, it's had a beautiful lateral coil, which is a nice setup for more upside. I think a retest is in order of 13, and then we're looking at 16 or 15 in that range. Up next is AMBI, which recently went public, came down hard, exploded in one day. Back on March 14th, it went from 5 to 22, and then drifted back down over the next 3 days to test 7.5. Today exploded again, 7.5 to 15.75, finished 12.95, up 474, 58%. Maybe the beginning of another move to test in the low 20s. Bellerophon broke out and exploded from the end of February at around $1.10. Made it up to 7 and change, 7.88 to be exact. Then a nice little consolidation. It looks like a coil because it got very narrow near the apex. Let me show it to you. Popped out today, jumping from 610, 844, backed off to 750, up 103, a 16% gain, but maybe the beginning of an important additional upside move that takes me to, I'm looking for 11 and 13. CRBP exploded in the last week, literally from 213 to Friday's high of 765. Today backed off, went down to 558, but finished 714. A nice inside day and a very positive one. Mine could have been a little heavier and may need to back and fill some more, but if it does follow through, 8.75, 10.5 for your targets. Exel breaking out the beautiful base with a price volume surge, 4.2 million shares, up 8%. Looks to me like this can extend first to about the 20 area, 20.5, and then 22.5. First Solar has been a beauty ever since we first recommended on the breakaway gap and flag that ensued. Look at that run from the mid 90s to 217, 18 range, 17.75 to be exact. Since then, beautiful flags developed. Today it popped a little bit, but it was an inside day. Still, it was up 532 and 3 million shares, and it may be the beginning of a move that retested 218 area and takes you up to 230. The Bitcoin running, the GBTC, been on fire from call it 11 to over 16 in the last 5 or 6 days, and it may need to rest, but it's broken out of an inverse head and shoulder type pattern or rounding bottom, cup and handle, whatever you want to call it. It's a breakout. There's a double, triple top in a gap, so this may pull back and consolidate, but if it follows through, you're looking at 18 and 23. KOLD with Boyle hitting a new all-time low and nat gas coming down hard. This one popped again, 58.60 to 68.60, basically 10 points. It backed off to 66.81 at 527 after hours. 8.5%. Looks like we may retest the high in the high 70s, low 80s. RIOT with Bitcoin up. RIOT and Mara doing well. I'm featuring RIOT today. You can see the pop, wedge, and breakout in the last 4 sessions, 635 to 880, and now my target 10.75. Sgml Lithium popped out of a wedge today. It went vertical from 32 to 37, finished 36.95 up, 368, an 11-point gain. There's a double top up there in the 38.9 zone, which is your next target. You get through that, you're looking low to mid 40s. SYM, nice rising channel and a pop. Note these highs up here. 2077 there, 2075 there, and this high is 2050. So I'm assuming there's resistance just ahead, but if we pop, we're looking at 22, 24, 26, maybe. And finally, UNCY, after exploding 2 weeks ago, it's formed a beautiful wedge in here. Watch this one carefully and move over 2.5 with volume, get you 3.25 and 3.75, 4. And that's a look at some of the stocks at detectrator.com that appear to be real attractive going forward for trades. This is HP out. Have a great evening. Talk to you tomorrow.